Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words and all your mantras. We'll definitely remember them and try to inculcate them in our lives. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Rohit Kumar, IRS Income Tax Commissioner, to speak a few words.
Dear Mr. Murthy, respected dignitaries on this stage, parents, teachers, and last but not the least, but definitely the most important, my dear young friends. As pointed out earlier, I have a similar story to tell. I definitely, on the experience side, it's almost a decade since I passed out. It's a deja vu for me. I passed out from IIM Bangalore in almost 8-9 years back. And I really feel that this is a setting, it's like a flashback for me. So I feel very nostalgic. I feel very emotional about what you would be going through right now. So I'll not take much of your time. I know it has been a long day. Nevertheless, before we started, I was just beginning to look into your eyes and see what's going on. And I saw a mix of things. I saw a lot of anticipation of what's going to come. A realization that is sinking in that you're going to be out of college now and into the world where you will be expected to behave and deliver like responsible adults. A nervousness, a sense of anxiety, which is there, which is not necessarily always negative. It spurs you to take more, it spurs you to think, it spurs you to take more positive action. I also noticed that you do realize that there is a paradigm shift in the way your life is going to change henceforward. Bringing that all together, I would just want to point out a couple of things which might help you. I had stints here, and I'm very, very pleased and very surprised, pleasantly surprised to note that there is such a positive mix in the exposure that this institution is providing you in such early stages of its inception is miraculous. Trust me, you should believe the fact that you are definitely privileged. To have such a cross-cultural exposure. And today, if you want to succeed, you need to know, appreciate, and respect all other cultures, because you'll have to talk to connect with people across cultures and societies and communities. And you would appreciate this once you go out into the world of what this has done for you. I was talking to one of my college MBA friends, and for me, it's been a paradigm shift. I'll give you my example also, because I've shifted from the private sector into the government sector. And I was asking him if, after I got this call that maybe I could attend here and deliver a few pieces of advice to you, I was just trying to introspect as to what has this MBA degree made a difference to me. And I was asking a friend of mine who just happened to call me, and I asked him if you really think that it was worth it, the 2 years of toil and hard work and burning midnight oil. And he said that it's not a short-term investment. A lot of people look at, and probably if I put myself in your shoes, you'd look at what right now, what's going to happen, how it's going to shift, what jobs, what lies in front of you is what really bothers you, concerns you, motivates you. However, if you look 10 years down the line, what enrichment that it brings to your life, the way you look at things, the way you analyze, the sort of capabilities and capacities that you build within yourself without you being consciously aware of it, is the hallmark of this education. So before you pass a judgment, whether you would be discussing, and I know that you'd be discussing whether how has this been value adding to you, you need to see It's a reflection upon your own personality over the next few years. So that's my 2-bit. For me, having worked in the private sector for a couple of years and then having shifted into the government service, it's been a difficult choice. It's been a choice in the face of where everybody advised me that it's leaving a very stable happening and a very rising area and profession to get into something which has always been maligned about, allegations, or it has always been accused of being slow and frustration. But that's a choice that I made and I stand by it. And that brings me to the next point that I want to talk to you about. It's about what the honorable speaker before spoke about, daring to be different. All of you within yourself will have to make difficult choices. It's always something where you can always compare and not be able to arrive because it's not going to be a black and white picture. Your experience, your education here will be, it's a baptism by fire when you realize that even in areas of where it's matter of gray areas, you are convinced and you have the conviction to take the right decisions where otherwise you might have taken a wrong one. 3 pieces of advice that I wanted to end my small advices to you. The first one is, and this I would like to borrow from Steve Jobs. He's been into too much vogue. He's no more. So, but some of the mantras that he has brought about are very contemporary, applies to all of you. And I borrow this from his address when he was addressing the Harvard School of Business convocation ceremony. And it's been truly inspiring, knowing the fact that he was a college dropout and he never attended one. He spoke about connecting the dots. What that means in short is that today you will be, and I connect this back with the coffee anecdote, very beautifully put across, is today you will be enchanted, and today you will see the cups, because probably you're not at a height or a level where you will be able to see the coffee inside. And what will make a difference to you is the color of the cups. Over a period of time, when you look back, you realize that some of the things and decisions that you have taken all tie back. For Steve Jobs, this was basically when he dropped out of college. He just didn't like what he was studying, and he happened to attend a calligraphy class, which has nothing to do with what he was doing. And he didn't know why he wanted to do that. And he had every logical reason to not to attend, but he felt like attending it. 10 years down the line, when he was designing the Mac, he put in some of the most beautiful typography on that, based